Hey guys, what's going on today? BOJoeKO here, and we are back with our Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode, getting ready to start our round 2 series of the year 6 playoffs going up against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So in the last series, in round number 1, we took on the New York Islanders, and we had a 3-1 series lead, looking to close out the series at home. But we let the New York Islanders kind of climb back into their series, and pretty much our first line, our second line, and pretty much our third line, other than Daniel Sprong, uh, showed up in this series, and we kind of relied on our defense, Sergei Bobrovsky, and our fourth line to win us these games. I mean, each member of our third line, Boone Jenner and Adam Tambellini and Austin Carroll, all got 3 points in those total, all got 3 points in those 7 games. So really, our fourth line bailed out our first line in that series. So we move on to round number 2 to face the Toronto Maple Leafs, and hopefully our first line will have to come alive here and take on a Maple Leafs team that is definitely going to be better than a New York Islanders team. So Phil the Thrill, Nazem the Dream, and guys like that. We are dealing with one injury to Danny Cristo right now, even though Danny Cristo really didn't give much help to this line. So we moved Sprong up to the second, and we put Robbie Fabry in his place on the third line. So we also put in, I believe, Connor McDavid on the power play now to replace Danny Cristo as well. So let's see what the Toronto Maple Leafs have. They beat the Pittsburgh Penguins in 5 games, so they upset the first seed. So let's see what Toronto has right now going into year number 6. All right, so the first line for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they got JVR, Nazem Kadri, and Phil Kessel. So it's a pretty good first line, playmaker, power forward, sniper. Kadri, you know, he was going to be one of the players that we were going to pick up for our second line. But you know what, he's working out to be, I'm not sure if he's considered a first line at 85 playmaker for the Maple Leafs, but he still is a solid player up there with JVR and Kessel as his wingers. Okay, second line, Joffrey Lupul, Peter Holland, and Wendell Clarkson. So Clarkson, Holland, and Lupul. Lupul, we know, has a pretty good, decent shooting category, even for an 84 overall sniper. We know he's pretty good. Holland, 85, 83 playmaker, and Clarkson, I don't think they're going to be adding too much offense on this Maple Leafs team. Third line, Ryan Clough, Frederick Gauthier, and Carter Ashton. So 2 power forwards down there, 3 power forwards, so they're running the full power forward line with Gauthier, Clough, and Carter Ashton. And then on the fourth line, they got Peter Reagan, Tyler Bozak, and Kenny Ryan. So they got a lot of good. They're another team with some good center depth. Their fourth line's really good, especially with Bozak down there, but I don't know if he's being utilized in the right way. As an 84 two-way forward, I definitely would put him over Holland. Even Gauthier I would put over Holland, but you know, they're deep down the center. Their wingers are a little bit weak. Their fourth line looks to be pretty good, but other than that, it's another one of those weak winger teams. But then again, we shouldn't doubt a team like this because we doubted the New York Islanders and they scored some goals on us. So can't underestimate them. They definitely should have a better defense. Jake Gardiner and Morgan Riley, 89 and 86. So Jake Gardiner is a top 2 defenseman. We know that. Morgan Riley, I think, is coming close to top 2, but he's still fairly young. I think he's 6 years in. He's probably only like 24ish, I would think. Second pair, they got Dion Phaneuf and Cody Franzen. So they got a Cody Franzen and a traffic cone, I believe, for their top 2 pair. And then Justin Falk and Godin. I'm not sure if that's Godin or Godin. One of them, 81 and 82. So their defense is pretty similar to that of the New York Islanders. They have a much better stud, though, in Jake Gardiner and Morgan Riley than the Islanders had. So their defense is a little bit better than the New York Islanders. They have one defensive defenseman on this team, unlike the Islanders, who had 3. So that might be something helpful for us to score some goals on this team. And then in that, they have Jonathan Bernier, 85 overall goaltender, with Muma as their backup. Okay, so defense is a little bit better than the Islanders. They kind of have the exact same offense. They do have a stud again in Phil Kessel, JVR, and Kadri. Their wingers are not that good. They don't have that really good of a depth. Their wingers, like I said, are pretty weak. So we should be able to beat this team only if our first line comes alive. So Patrick Kane, Ryan Johansson, and Tyler Toffoli, I'm calling you guys out. You need to show up in this series. We can't have the fourth line or Daniel Sprong do all the work in these playoffs right now, or our defense, or Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky did his own job in that New York Islanders series, as well as our defense. So it's time for you guys to pull your weight in this Toronto series. We have home ice advantage. Time for the first line to come alive. So Johansson, Toffoli, and Kane, calling you guys out. Show up in game number 1. Here we go. First period. All right, nothing. 14-9 on shots. Getting outshot again for some weird reason. All right, come on, boys. Second period, 1-0 power play goal for JVR, 30-15 on shots. Come on, boys. How are we getting outshot by a team like this? Come on, somebody step it up in the third period. There you go. Frickin' Sprong. Leave it to Sprong. Maybe I'll give this guy the frickin' captaincy, for God's sakes. He seems to be the only one doing anything. Power plays. Oh, my God. Refs are giving us this game, man. Oh, fuck you, Clarkson. Fuck you, man. Hated you on the goddamn Devils. Hate you on frickin' Maple Leafs, too. God damn it. 2-1 loss once again in game number 1. Sprong's the only person showing up. Johansson, Kane, Toffoli, what the fucking hell are you guys doing? You haven't scored a goal in God knows how long. Somebody needs to show up. And there goes Murray again. May 18th, he's a abdominal strain. Fucking hell, Christ almighty. If we don't score goals in the next game, I'm doing some freaking severe roster changes, moving some players around. All right, so we lost Ryan Murray. That means the defenseman needs to come up. Danny DeKeyser, come back up. Add the lines manually. Defense. All right, so Savard, you're going to move up. I'm going to put Eriksson up, and then DeKeyser goes in there. All right, so Ekman, Larson, Savard, Honka, and I guess well, who do I want to put in for power play now? Martin or DeKeyser, I think. Martin, he has a hard shot. DeKeyser, he's not the greatest offensively, is he? Nah, his puck movement skills suck. Martin, nah, his puck movement skills suck as well. Does it have to be Eriksson? Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to put Timmy Eriksson in there. On the power play. Don't really want to do that, but gonna have to do it. Penalty kill. All right, so Martin moves up. Honka, Eriksson, and Noah OEL is gonna have to go in there and kill some penalties now. OEL, there you go. Actually, you know what? DeKeyser has a good defensive stat category, doesn't he? 85. No, I don't trust him. I trust OEL more than I do Dan DeKeyser. So I'll put DeKeyser in there for top 4 for 4-on-4. And there you go. All right. So I don't know where the hell my first line is at. I don't know where the hell my second line is at. Sprong has been the only person to show up in this game. He has 5 goals in, I think, in 8 games so far in these playoffs. Witherspoon, yeah, whatever, just replace the player. Somebody needs to show up in this game. First line, like I said, if you guys don't show up in this game, I'm making changes. Because this is absolutely ridiculous that we're going this far without any of those guys putting up points. So come on, freaking Columbus. First line, Johansson, I made you the captain for a reason, goddammit. Show up in the playoffs for once. You had an amazing playoff run last year. Do it this year. Come on. First period, 3-0. Thank the fucking Lord. Adam Tambellini, leave it to my fourth liner to get a goal again. David Savard and Patrick Kane get a goal as well. So 3 goals in the first period. Thank freaking Christ. Patrick Kane gets a goal, so maybe Johansson got an assist on that, but thank God somebody on the first line at least got a goal. So you got a 3-0 lead. Make sure you hold it now. Second period, oh, for God's sakes. Joffrey Lupul and Carter Ashton get 2 goals. 3-2 lead now. 1 goal game. I cannot freaking believe this right now. I cannot believe this. They better hold this. They better freaking hold this. Thank you. Power play goal. Thank you, Ryan Johansson, for showing up in game number 2. Thank you. Penalty kill. Good penalty kill there. Thank you. He gets a power play goal, and the Columbus Blue Jackets will win game number 2, 4-2. Thank you, Patrick Kane and Ryan Johansson get a goal for my first line. So thank you. I don't have to make a line change just yet. But freaking Adam Tambellini started off the scoring from OEL. Savard from Johansson to Foley. Kane from Toffoli and DeKeyser. He shows up for 1 game, gets a point, and then Johansson from Patrick Kane. So, you know what? Toffoli, Johansson, and Kane all had 2 points apiece. So, you know what? First line showed up in that game. I needed them to show up, and they showed up. All right, so fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so game number 3. We got that confidence now with the first line, knowing that they can score some goals. Now we got to go to the freaking ACC, see if we can steal at least 1 or 2 games from the Maple Leafs in the ACC. So here we go, boys. Got the first line confidence rolling now. Keep it rolling. First period. Nothing, nothing. 11-6 on shots. At least we're leading in shots this time. Come on. Second period, 1-0. Phil Kessel. Oh my God. 20-18 on shots. We got a power play going into the third period. Come on, boys. Don't show up for just one game and then don't show up for the next power play. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jonathan Bernier, fucking the Maple Leafs. Thank you, Austin Carroll. Leave it to my fourth line. They're the only ones doing shit. They have Mooma in that for some odd reason. It doesn't matter. Joffrey Lupul will get a goal. Oh my God, this is so frustrating. Why can't my first line score? God, my fourth line's the only team doing something right now. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Just continue. Well, fuck a Weatherspoon. Whatever. Oh my God. I'll leave it one more. This is it. This is the last game. This is the very freaking last game I'm giving my first line a chance. They don't do it. I'm moving my fourth line to my first line. I'll go freaking Dale Hunter, superb man, up in this shit if they don't do this right now. They're not scoring goals. They're not clicking whatsoever. There's something needs to happen. First line, you don't show up this game, you're gonna get demoted. It's as simple as that. You can't just show up for one game and then not the next. Come on. First period of game number 4. Nothing to nothing again. 10 shots apiece. Come on, boys. Don't do this crap to me again like the Islanders series. Second period, 2-0. Thank you. Danny DeKeyser gets a freaking goal after being called back up, and Patrick Kane gets a goal. So my first line gets a goal. 2-0 lead once again. Come on. You better freaking hold it down this time. 3-0. There you go. Robbie Fabry. God damn. The freaking rookie gets a goal, and there you go. Power play goal for Daniel Sprong. Light their asses up in game number 4. Please do so. Power play again. Long ass power play. Yeah, JVR can have one. I don't care about that. There you go. Get another one. 5-1. Brandon Dubinsky. Light them up in game number 4 for 5 goals. See, that's what I'm freaking talking about. You need to have that game back-to-back nights, not show up the freaking second or whatever. Just not show up a game after that. So thank you for actually showing up again when I need you. When I freaking warning to demote them, they actually show up. So Danny DeKeyser from Bryson Martin and Austin Carroll. My fourth line gets the first, chips in on the first goal of the game again. So DeKeyser from Jenner and Carroll, Kane from Johansson, Fabry from Martin and Terrell, and then Sprong from Kane and Martin, and Dubinsky from Terrell and Fabry. So Robbie Fabry has a 2-point night. Patrick Kane has a 2-point night. Bryson Martin, I believe, had 2 assists as well. Yeah, he did. So, you know what? That's the kind of game you need to pull out, Columbus. You need to pull out games like that. 5-1 win over the Toronto Maple Leafs. You need to have a game like that. So it's a 2-2 tie, and there goes Connor McDavid. He herniated his disc. He's gone till August 4th. So now we lost our second line center. We're losing second liners like it's nobody's business. All right, time to call somebody up. All right, who's it gonna be? We lost McDavid, who was a playmaker. So we can bring up a guy like Kirby Reichel, or we can bring up a guy like Nikolai Goudobin. Neither of them are centers. Reichel does have some decent... Well, you can move Reichel. We need a winger. So both of them are wingers. Let me see. Goudobin has really good puck control. Yeah, I'm bringing up Nikolai Goudobin to this team. Is under the minimum roster size. Oh, yeah, edit lines. Duh. All right, so offense. There we go. All right, so I'm going to move. What the hell happened here? Did Sprong get injured too? What the hell? Where's Sprong at? Daniel Sprong. Don't tell me Sprong got injured. Do not freaking tell me Daniel Sprong got injured as well. Do not freaking tell me Daniel Sprong got injured as well. God damn it, Daniel Sprong got injured. Son of a fucking bitch. I didn't even see that. It must have been like multiple injuries popped up as well. Son of a biscuit-eating bulldog, dude. Holy crap. Oh my god, my team is just losing guys like freaking... Oh my god, below the minimum. Oh my goodness. Alright, now I need to call up Reichel as well. Alright, so I gotta call up Reichel now to replace freaking Daniel Sprong too. So we lost Sprong and we lost McDavid in the same game. Great. All right, so Hodgson, you're moving up there. Um, duh, I'm gonna put. Who do I move here? What do I do? What do I even do here? I'm moving Dubinsky up. Yeah, yeah. I'm moving Dubinsky up. I'm moving Tambellini. I'm moving freaking Carroll up. I'm putting Reichel down here. Play the fourth line, and I'm gonna put Nikolai Goudobin on the second. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna put Nikolai Goudobin there on the second line. We lost all of our snipers. We have one sniper left entire Toffoli. Now that's just great. That's just great. Lost two fucking power play units as well. So Kane, Johansson, and who's that has to be? Kane, Johansson, and I guess Dubinsky. Kane, Johansson, and Brandon Dubinsky. Where is he at? Left wingers. Dubinsky and then Toffoli, and I'm gonna put you know what? Fabry had a good game last game. I'll give him the shot there. Fabry, and then Kane, and Toffoli goes in here. At least I can accumulate for that. And then 4-on-4. So Hodgson, Toffoli, and then whoops. That would be Terrell and Carroll. Terrell and Carroll. Extra attackers, goaltenders, shootouts, Hodgson, whatever. Okay, so there we go. Taking more players away from our freaking AHL team because we lost Daniel Sprong and Robbie and Connor McDavid in the same damn game. So now we're really hurting. Now you definitely need to step your game up, first line. Now there's no excuses for you to step up. It's turned into a 3-game series once again, and we're hurt. We lost McDavid, we lost Sprong, we lost our leading goal scorer in this playoffs right now, so somebody has to step up. I'm looking at you, Ryan Johansson. You're the captain of this club. You pull the team together. OEL, you're the freaking rock of that defensive core back there right now, so you should step your game up as well. Get that defense into shape. Step up on the play. Get some goals. So here we go. Game number 5 in Columbus. Let's go. First period, 2-0. There you go. Austin freaking Carroll. The fourth line is absolutely amazing. The fourth line players, I'm considering him a fourth liner because he's a freaking beast. Austin Carroll starts off the game and then gets a shorty past Jonathan Bernier. 2-0 lead. Leave it to this guy. The fucking grinder is doing so much work right now. 2-0 lead for Austin Carroll. It's Toronto Maple Leafs nothing, Austin Carroll 2. So there we go. We got a nice lead there. Way to go for Carroll to step up his freaking game. Maybe I'll give this guy an alternate next year. Second period, okay, they get one back. Frederic Gauthier gets one. Make it 2-1. So we're still leading in shots, 27-20. Come on, defense, hold it down, please. Power play. All right, come on. 15 minutes to go. Come on, defense. There we go. OEL, 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 OEL. OEL, and Bobrovsky. That's what I'm going to do. Every time I need the defense to buckle down, I'm just going to be continuing to chant OEL. 36 shots on the net. Good defensive game there with Bernier and Bobrovsky. But look at that. Freaking Austin Carroll from Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and then Carroll from Tambellini and Tim Erickson. Freaking the defenseman pinches in on both of those points. Austin Carroll gets his 4th goal of the playoffs, and my freaking fourth liners pinching in again. Carroll and Tambellini. They've just been the highlight reel of this Columbus Blue Jackets postseason so far. They're doing so much work. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. It's really not even funny. All right, Daniel Sprong is available to play in this game. We will edit manually. All right. Let me go to roster moves first. I want to see if anybody else came back. My ear is still freaking itching me. All right. Who came back? Christo's still hurt. Murray's still hurt. McDavid's hurt. Sprong can play. All right. So Sprong can play. So you know who I got to call down. I'm going to take off. Who am I going to take off? I'm going to take off Goudobin. Yeah, I'm going to take off Goudobin. Scratch Goudobin, play Sprong. Sprong goes back in there. I'm going to leave Carroll down there. I'll leave Reichel down there on the 4th line for right now. Yeah, that's good. So Sprong, you're going to get back into the power play. I'll put you right here in Dubinsky's spot. I'll leave Fabry down there. Kane, Hodgson, Toffoli, and Sprong. Penalty kill, yep, is fine. That's all good. 4-on-4. Keen Foley should be Terrell and Sprong. Yep. Extra attacker. Good. All right. So there we go. The Austin Carroll once again manages to score the first goal of this playoffs and wins us a game number 5. We can close out this series in the ACC in game number 6. I'm counting on you boys. Sprong is back. Don't, please, first line, just do me a favor, and please, I'm begging you guys now, please just step up for a game, and please just win me a game. First line, please, just do it all yourselves. Here we go. First period, 1-0. There you go. I'll leave it to the defenseman. Julius Honka gets a goal there. Slap shot from the point, 13-5 won the shots. Very good first period with a minute left in the first. Nicely done. All right, so you got 1-goal lead. Second period, all right, 1-0 again. 21-13 on shots. They don't have that many shots on net. Come on, defense, please. Hold it down again. Power play, good penalty kill. All right, 15 to go. Power play again, good penalty kill. Power play for us, long-ass power play. All right, come on, 5 minutes to go. Power play late, good penalty kill. Fucking right, Bob. Nicely done. 27-22 on the shots. Bob stops all 22, and once again, the offense is nowhere to be found, but my defense and Sergei Bobrovsky win me a freaking game. Julius Honka gets the goal, assisted from Ryan Johansson and Patrick Kane. So the first line, the only goal of the game, scored, assisted from my first line. So you know what? They come back and win 3 straight, again, winning 4 out of 3. Winning games 4, 5, and 6 for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Not really scoring that many goals. They blew them out in game number 4. But a nice, solid defensive outing and goaltending matchups in game 5 and 6. Sergei Bobrovsky does get the better of Jonathan Bernier, and we knock off the Toronto Maple Leafs in 6 games. So there we go. Leave it to my freaking guys. All right, Ryan Murray has salary cap. Yeah. All right, so roster moves. We can move some players down. All right, so defensively, I'm gonna move Wotherspoon back down. Danny DeKaiser can go back down, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, they're all good to go. And yeah, I think we're fine. All right, so that lines manually. All right, so we have Ryan Murray can play now. All right, so he gets moved back up. Boom, boom. Everybody's back in their positions that they are. Erickson can go off. Murray goes back in there. Murray. OEL, Honka, Martin. All right, so I want Ryan Murray right here. All right, nice. Ryan Murray, Honka, Erickson, yep. OEL, Ryan Murray. Ryan Murray. Erickson, Honka, good. Shootouts, good. All right, so there we go. We got Ryan Murray back. We got our defenseman back. Got all the line changes done that we need to do. Do have a couple days left. Christo will be back in 3 days as well, so he could be back. And once I simulate this next day up here, he should be back as well. One more day for Christo. He actually might be back. Might be multiple injuries that people could be back. So that round of the playoffs is over, and it looks like the Montreal Canadiens upset the Tampa Bay Lightning. So in the Eastern Conference Finals, it's going to be Montreal versus Columbus. So an interesting matchup there. All right, so Danny Christo is also back, so I'm actually going to edit my lines back up again. I'm going to leave Reichel there. I'm going to, let me see, roster moves. Let me see, how many forwards do I have up here right now? Who's injured? Oh, McDavid's still injured, that's right. So, yeah, Reichel can still stay down there, but Christo's back. All right, so Christo, you can take the place of Robbie Fabry. And Danny Christo can get his ass back in here. I'm gonna move Christo down to the third line because he wasn't getting it done on the second. Sprong is getting it done on the second. So you know what? Actually, you know what? I'll move Christo up to the second because Dubes is up there. So I'll move Dubinsky back down to the second line. So the third line, I mean. So we'll put Christo, Hodgson, and Daniel Sprong in there for the second line. Okay. I'm gonna put Christo back on the power play too. I'm gonna move him to the second line power play though. And Christo. Kane, Sprong, yeah, that's fine. 3-man penalty kill, yep. Kane's Foley, yep. Yep, we're good. All right, so that's the only move we're going to put Danny Christo back into the lineup. Now let's look at the player stats because it's been a pretty pathetic playoffs series so far for my first liners, my depth players. Austin Carroll, I think, is having one of the best playoffs that I think he's ever had in his goddamn life. So let's check it out. So Daniel Sprong missed one game with an injury, so 8 points in 12 games for him. He's still doing a good job. 6 goals for him. He's pretty much the only person that's scoring goals for us. Patrick Kane has, you know what, he started to get some goals that series. I think he got 5 points in 7 games. So you know what, I'll give him that. He's starting to climb back up there. Austin Carroll, 7 points in 13 games for this guy. He's scoring the first goal of the game. He's giving us the energy to win games. Austin Carroll has been doing an amazing job for us. He's taking penalties too, but you know what? He's doing a fantastic job as a fourth liner. Ryan Johansson with 6 points, so you know what? Granted, he's getting back up there. Adam Tambellini with 6 points as well for him. Those two guys, Carroll and Tambellini, are doing an amazing job on my fourth line. Toffoli with 5, Jenner with 4, him too. He's doing a good job. Dubinsky with 3, McDavid is being out. Hodgson with 3. Fabry had 2 points in the 7 games that he's played. Terrell has 2 points. Christo, hopefully he can step his game up. Kirby Reichel is even for the 2 games that he's played. Same thing with Godobin for the 1 game that he played. Okay, so defenseman OEL, the Rock back there, our top 2 defensemen is getting done. 6 points in 13 games for him. Honka with 3, Martin with 3, Erickson with 2, DeKaiser got 2 points in the 5 games that he's played. Savard has 1, and then Murray only had 1 point, but he's been sitting out. And then goaltenders, I can't thank Bob enough. He's been doing solid back there. 13 games played, a 1.35 goals against average, 8-4-1 with a 95.44 save percentage with 3 shutouts. Frickin' Bob back there, man. What would I do without him? What would I do without him, you know? So, good series once again. Not really a good series for our goal scoring or our first line, but you know what? They're starting to climb back into it. So Montreal did beat Tampa in 6, and we beat Toronto in 6. So it's going to be Columbus versus Montreal. And then in the West, Edmonton beat Calgary in 7, and Winnipeg beat Minnesota in 7. So here are the conference finals. In the West, you got the Edmonton Oilers up against the Winnipeg Jets. Another 2 Canadian teams. Wow, 3 out of the 4 final teams are Canadian teams. So you got the Edmonton Oilers up against the Winnipeg Jets, and the Columbus Blue Jackets up against the Montreal Canadiens. So once again, another team we have never faced in the playoffs before. Now I got to deal with goddamn Carey Price. Great. If we didn't have trouble scoring goals enough, having Carey Price in that for this freaking Montreal Canadiens team only seems like the perfect fit to get us out of this goal scoring drought. So Eastern Conference Finals coming up next, guys. Columbus versus Montreal. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe as always, and I'll see you guys then.